Eric Briggs, language ways. So today is, see if I can pronounce this, continuity of government. And I'm going to call this, so I'm going to go into that because it's COG. First, I saw this in a documentary, but I guess they had, was it during the 1980s? Um, they were going through hearings about of the government. If something happens to the government, another government, shadow government comes in, something like that. War powers come in, the Constitution gets pushed to the side, something like that. So some of this seems like we're in a strange time right now. So yeah, I feel like the CIA is very much involved with what's going on right now. It's like, I know some people say, "Where's the evidence?" It's like, first off, we're normal people, but there's evidence out there. Yeah, the machines that are doing the voting for and everything, just it's there. Obviously, they're going to do everything they can to cover up. They have the media in their pocket, and how do they have that? I just found this before I went live here. So Glenn Greenwald, he's a reporter and very you did this Snowden case, and this is the ex CIA looking for a job for the NBC, doing like a commentary or something like that. But that's what the CIA pretty much operates, is the media. So you might as well, right? Yeah. So I believe the CIA is going to become more part of conversation slowly. I mean, obviously, it's like a secret society, but it's caught red-handed, you can say, even what's going on right now. Yeah, they do this in third world countries. It's happening here. So not that we haven't had problems before, but this is definitely a third world country problem we're having. So I mean, you see the media covering things up as much as they can because they're bought and paid for. So also the Dragon War I was going to go into. I don't know. I just felt their energies of basically shapeshifters and Astral. Um, go into a little bit of that and see where else I have a tall white connection going to a different connection that I'm normally going into. But I feel like Dragon Wars are beings that are always shape shifting, always changing uh, their reality. Something I've seen um, in a cartoon, basically. Because we're going through a lot. Timelines are, protected, healed, or we can't see what's happening. So it's like a guerrilla warfare, even in Astral. Oh yeah, there's a thing called what's it called? The Banana Republic. Uh, which if you look up obviously it's not the clothes, but like your bananas are from Banana Republic or from that area. Bananas are and or something else. I forgot. But anyway, that was like a CIA because a militia. I think it was a militia took over the government there, and yeah, it has CIA written all over it. So yeah, so lovely. So and they're doing it here. So, but back to that just popped in. So yeah, it's gonna. Not telling me what's coming, obviously, but some revelations this week, but nothing too exciting. Just have to wait and see. It's gonna be fucked up. So things, it's gonna be something else. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know what exactly, but it feels like it's gonna be pretty big, whatever it is. So either way, but as for the dragon connections that's coming through, because we're kind of going through dragon warfare, guerrilla warfare now. Um, worldwide, like with the lockdowns and everything. So there's a lot of magic going on. So And we'll go to other beings, of course, too, and see where this goes. So, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the dragons. Blessings to you. There is a lost energy on your planet, as you can see, of your identity, of who you are. It's been hidden as you're creating a new version of yourselves. Like you say, you're going through rehabilitation, you could say, on a level that has not been seen before. The earth right now is going into a renewal process. So you are changing with it, as you can see. The scales are coming off. As basically, you can say the earth is shedding its reptilian skin. You're going into more of awareness of who you are deeper than some of you realize. As the earth, yes, is shifting into a 2021, even the year 2021 has a 2020 has a new energy, 2021 has a new vibration. It's going to be an upgrade for your planet and you. So, not just that, there will be a time where you'll see dragons in your skies or a giant dragon. You might see it in your visions, like, did I just see that in your mind? And then one day it'll be more public in due time. As basically, many of you are actually connected to magicians yourselves and here to unravel the blockages. You can say it's a draconian blockage. It's one of the reasons why we are here. Well, there's a lot of contracts that were made on your planet, which is connected to the Mayans. And Mayans are always going to play a big role in your evolution because they create a lot of timelines for your modern era. You know, even the Egyptians, of course, but the Mayans did have a more accurate tale of where things were going in their own way. They had more of a, yeah, a lot of the plans were set in stone. Like you can say, that's where your plan, your Earth, where it found, where you are and where you're going was set up there. And of course, then after the gods left, the people wanted to call back the gods. Oh, it rained, the gods must be angry at us. When the gods are just letting humans figure out who they are. And the energy of having that type of alien energy release or leave like it as it did, it just gradually left. And it was very difficult. And then when it was no longer there, the people felt very alone. It's like, now we're on our own. What do we do now? And some of the alien beings did die off. I mean, it's kind of like a Yoda would stay with them for a while to protect them, to teach them what they needed to know. So, but the humans eventually realize they're going to be, as you are right now, forgetting. Well, the gods kept that energy going, of course. At least the people kept it through sacrifice because they didn't know what else to do. So sacrifice for them felt like they're not necessarily in a negative way. They looked at it to bring back the gods. Like, what do we do to bring them back? And you can say so through some of those sacrifices, they did feel a godlike energy did come back, always and feeling and good luck. So they kind of continued with it, and that has to do with manipulation by other beings, of course. But it's on how you look at everything. So you're going into, yes, a new page of your galactic alliance here. And of course, many alien energies have been buried within your Earth. A lot of them, yes, are in Antarctica. There are everywhere, of course, in different dimensions, but the more physical beings are more in Antarctica. Some of them are in their deserts, most of it's Antarctica. Of course, you're not going to see anything, most likely, but their presence is there. And it's part of Russia, but mostly Antarctica. Is because of the vortexes and the protections they have there. Let's just put it that way. As a dragon vibration, We're here to help you see more through your eye, through your third eye, through yourselves. Yes, we are usually quiet beings, but when we do have something to say, we come and say it. As basically the draconian style of life government is lifting, as some of you feel. Now, as the Anunnaki programming, well, Anunnaki were seen here as kings at one time. No matter what they cause, they're still seen as kings. And much of the Anunnaki past has been hidden for obvious reasons. Obviously, no, there's clues, there's a little, obviously, not much is known. But yeah, hidden for good reason. Because many of the Anunnaki gods, yes, did walk among humans, yes, and lived among them for a very long time. And just like an average person. Now, they weren't average beings, no. Well, you were seen as like a Jesus during that time because of what they're capable of doing. Now, some of them, yes, did a great deal of negativity during their past, and they went through all those different sacrifices. A lot of them are actually connected to, but I say a lot of them, I'll go into details. Some of your gods are, yes, you're connected to your Noah, because many of them did cause a great change. Meaning a lot of them, those Anunnaki beings, caused difficulty in Atlantean energies. Kind of broke it down. Enlil is one that did break down a lot of the yes, they cause and will cause a lot of difficulties, not just for what is in history, but what is not in history. Even for the Atlantean fall, he played a big role in that. Well, jealousy. You can almost look at. We're just going to put this out there, as Enki and Will are kind of like Cain and Abel in some regard. Where Will's like, screw this. This is going to go, So obviously, not everyone's going to agree with that. But if everyone knows and will very well with Anunnaki, knows that energy is known for chaos and taking down the Atlantean energies. Why do you think he did so much negativity during his time? He was there to break those timelines. Any timeline. Now that wasn't always the idea. As for human going to development, Anunnaki connecting, the idea was not to erase Atlantean energies completely, but Will played a big part in it. Even their own destruction was a part of it too. Not all of it, but it played a role. Now, some might look at it as negative or positive, however you want to perceive it. But it was part of your evolution, as where you are today, to shut down connections to spirit. Because Atlanteans played a role in keeping you connected to spirit. But why you have blockages? Because Atlantean energy, they call it the umbrella around the earth, was broken down. And that's more difficult than ever because humans are very connected to the chakras of the earth. And then when that connection broke down, it was difficult because even the body chemistry shifted during that process. When the Atlanteans are no longer as powerful as they used to be. Yes, the energy died down over time, but when it really got a hit, the human got affected by it. It's like the human itself went through its own little reset. Not everyone was affected identically, but many went through like a sickness, which also can cause a plague. Yeah, if you lose a connection like that, high vibration, you're just gone, just like that. The body shuts down. It can go into disease and die. Yes. So just giving you a different perspective of yes, no, I'm not blaming Anunnaki beings or anything like that, but there's much to uncover as us, the dragon race. Yes, we are secretive for obvious reasons. You don't need to see a dragon in your sky. There are also little dragons, little baby ones, just fly around, and most of them are hilarious. So, but us, when we get the big bad, or dragon or the big baddie, Yes, we can be sometimes not always aggressive. We can be quite decent, but some can be quite aggressive. And that is also the fights in Agartha, the war in Agartha, which also can be seen like a war in Astral, because Agartha is more of a higher dimension energy. And the war in Agartha can cause a war on your modern world to bring back. So, war in Agartha is bringing back, meaning a lot of wars are being won. As you go through this shift, many beings are becoming more powerful to fight darkness there. Yeah, the wizards are not as strong as they used to be. But you'll see that here in your modern reality. As many of your wizards control politicians beyond your alien understanding. A lot of Agarthan beings control politicians in your reality. And an alien being is not powerful, but not that powerful. Not to the extent what Agarthan beings can do. So that is a magic that's not understood. Why don't you see aliens here? Well, the Agarthan beings are spells around the world. Very powerful one, I guess you can say. Not to say to blame the Agarthians, but they play a big role in that. At least the wizards is more of the darker wizards that are not always easy to understand. Well, because you don't see them, but obviously a dark wizard can be just energy. It can take a form. I'm not sure if you want one of these to appear around you. No, because they have very powerful minds also. They have difficult, yeah, your Garthian reality is you in your elf beings too. As you connect with them, you'll feel more because they have the energy of the earth within them. An alien does not have that. It's alien. It does not have that power. So like your super beings, your powerful beings are your Gartha beings that are a lot of them do break rules. There are a lot of them are criminal like. And not discussed very often. We don't see them for obvious reasons. Now, yes, the trees do look like people because they are part of the people energy. Tree beings are, of course, usually laughing at humans sometimes. And they're there to give you a high five too. Their arms are always up. Or they want a hug. That's another reason why their arms are up too. Their tree branches are always high. And they do connect to the discussion of the households that they're connected to. They know what you need to go through. They obviously understand, but that's how they learn from humans too. A lot of your spirit beings incarnate as a tree being to understand human development. But once again, the dragon energy that is here. Yes, we play a strong role in your astral plane. Now, we all you can say are the influencers. We can't usually once an alien energy does come in and take over human consciousness through money, through entertainment, we can only do so much. Yes, it's a massive hoax over your world through the mind, of course, and the body. Well, yes, they make the body sick, or then you want medicines, and they keep you part of this third dimensional reality. A lot of their Orion beings that are causing mischief here. A lot of them owe a lot of other beings. They have debt with other beings. Notice how humans here have a lot of debt. Well, alien beings have debt too, but it's not necessarily in financial. It's not always financial. It's another. It's personal debt. Especially when they turn their backs on a lot of beings, like, oh, I'll help you. Yeah, help me and I'll help you. And then they don't help them. It goes much deeper than that. It's very deep. It's basically worlds that were supposed to help other worlds and decided not to, instead went to a more negative direction instead. Other planets are used against each other as they get conquered. So it's all about conquering in the long run, unfortunately. Your world is conquered. Well, you're winning it back by understanding its soul. It's soul of yourselves. Now, obviously, there are going to be human beings here that are not going to believe all of this, but that's kind of the idea because that's part of you know the magician's spell. It's quite deep, of course. It goes deep, so deep into the Earth's chakras. It controls the Earth's chakra. So you look at humans as, oh, humans just don't know any better. That's not entirely true. As many of you know, you wouldn't think better if you weren't so blocked. Yes, there's so many different blockages in the mind, and this you will have the big reveal of why you are here in due time, but that's going to slow. That's part of the theme of where you're going. Now, those that ask the question, most humans aren't asking the question, but as you receive the answer, you change, and the earth feels it. And one day they might ask the question too. It's up to them. But it's a lot of it is as you go into a galactic awareness, is who am I here? Obviously, when you're in a third dimensional mindset, it's how do I survive, which is understood. But then it goes into a whole new level of who am I? And that's the yes, the biggest pain of existence, isn't it? Even if you're in a third dimensional point of view. And even there, it's like having your soul not with you. It's like not having a soul. It's like you're here, but you have no drive to be. That's what the Orions are known to take away. Now, not to say they're the villains, but they know how to remove certain knowledge from yourself and then pack it away. Removing knowledge from a soul is an artistic ability that you are here to learn and bring back to yourself. So you have art, you have DNA. Those beings that know DNA perfectly, alien beings. Of course, nothing's ever perfect. We have the idea. Well, what about beings that know the mind? They can remove knowledge for you now. You know yourself anymore. Okay, disconnect you from spirit and go much further than that, and connect you to a reality called this. A master magician alien. Yes, there is a master magician alien being involved with that too. But they all kind of tap into each other's vibration. But an alien hijacking of a planet, yes, so sophisticated, knows Agartha very well, knows how to fuel the flames of it. Because there was already, yes, manipulations here before Orion energies did show up, yes. When the Orions showed up, they just increased it and removed a great deal from the higher realms of astral from yourselves. What they did with it is, yeah, they just shut it off. But they took it to other places, but they're not telling us where. It's where they get their power. So as they know everything about you, for them that is knowledge how they can grow. So it's kind of a twisted way of it's like so they take your source energy away from you. You don't know who you are now, and they give it to themselves. Now they are you. Some of them are. Is there somebody like an alien energy that's me, who I should be? Yes, they have your memories, your thoughts. This is quite out there. We understand. It's kind of twisted, but how do you think this is all made? How do you think where do you think babies come from? That's complicated, and so is this. Well, some alien beings, yes, no more. Now that doesn't mean they always connect to you, but they know, you know, it becomes part of some of them, part of their identity. Which is like a spiritual theft beyond understanding. And you are here to take yourselves back. Yeah. So there are. It's not just Orion beings or others. Some are Agarthan beings. Some of you feel like you have stalkers around you, alien stalkers, because it's true. Once again, when you incarnate here, a lot of you. That's why souls don't want to incarnate here because you get yourself detached from yourself. Now, if you keep on a reincarnation cycle, they're already lost. But that's to them, that's a way for them to get it back too, to keep coming back. Now, when you leave this world, you do get it back. But then you look at, it's like, you look at how much, like, you're fragmented. You're already a fractal of yourself already. And then they pull a great more deal of that away from you. Now you're in half, now you're in like 3/4 of what you used to be, what you're intended to come in here with. So that other side of yourself is with other alien beings, some Agarthan beings, but it's mostly with alien beings. It's like a soul hijacking. So that's why you think they know your moves before you do. You know, that's why they know the consciousness before you do. We realize this is quite out there, but it is. It's like think of like a library of human energies, of what you're capable of, but they have it stored within themselves. Within their access, they can access you, but you can't access yourself. So if you're causing a ruckus, connecting to spirit guides and all that, they just go look you up. It's like, oh yeah, well, a lot of them know that you're coming before you get here, of course. But it does, they pull out your file, you can say. We're just humanizing this a little bit because that's how they know you more than you do. And you try to guard yourself. You do have ability to block them on certain things. They can't always, if they block you, you can block them. Realize also this is quite deep for some. Now we don't want to, yeah, obviously it's not uncomfortable, but doesn't make sense. But that's the war. That's the mission. Everybody here is in some kind of combat. Incarnate. It's like you incarnate here, you have to leave your baggage at the airport. You have to leave your stuff that you care about at the airport. Come in here and do the best you can. The third dimensional world, that's the island nation, the world that's, it's like going into a communist country. Maybe I'll make that a little bit more clear. They look at, what's your papers, what's this, what's that? Oh, you can't take that here. Oh, you can't have this. Oh, this is your baby, you can't have this baby. That type of energy. Make it a little bit more understanding, as this is an advanced hijacking of the human spirit. Yeah, so you hear about alien DNA all you want, but beings that take away the spirit and cut that away is very powerful. It's like, yes, they deactivate the human, but word is that who knew about you, and they know exactly who you are before you come in, and they take that knowledge from you. So that's how they know what to do here before you. That's how they set their system up here. So, but once again, you're taking that back slowly. This is being revealed for the reset to occur. Now, obviously, it's not. This is most likely not going to reach it's going to reach who it needs to reach, and it might take a while to digest. But some feel it's like, yeah, I feel like I've been hijacked. I feel like I'm not me. I don't know who the hell I am. It's like, what the hell? And somebody else has that. I mean, even if, because, yes, it's complicated. So, let's see. Greetings to you. We are the Pleiadians. Yes, we want to give it an energy of reassurance that, yes, you're putting yourselves back together again. It is, yes, like, what is it? I don't believe it was Pinocchio that fell down and fell apart, but it's kind of like that. Is that you're put together, you fall into pieces, and then you're putting yourself back together again. That's what you're doing here on a spiritual level. It's on a level that is, that's why, yes, many beings are, even alien energies come here, because it even happens to aliens when they come here. Their energies get hijacked too, and they're well aware of that. But they're usually a higher vibration, but still. So that's why a lot of your grays are here to understand the DNA of who's coming in, understand the parent energies of who's coming in, how to deactivate the human. Of course, not all humans can be deactivated, as you know. Many of you are going through awakening because you have like this lock on you to say you can deactivate other things, how to talk to people, how to watch television, but I want to connect to my galactic self, though. We're just, we're just having fun with you on that one, but it's true. It's like you disconnect from. It's like you come in here what you need. You might not be the best at socializing. It doesn't matter. Is that going to interfere with your mission? You come into this world with what you need, because this is a major whopper planet. Yes, this is a big. Yeah, they say it's no big deal, but it is a big deal. When you have this type of human suffering on a planet globally, not just with homeless, but it goes to that, but so much more than that. Just being a human here, trying to think clearly, trying to live your life the best you can on a positive level is very difficult. Just to connect with others, as there should be places where you can all connect to each other. Community everywhere around your planet. Communities you can go to easily without being judged. Just go there, say how's it going, and just be there all day, all night, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and not worry about anything. Now, some do that, but most don't. Yes, go in there and just have a conversation forever. Not have to worry about bills, don't have to worry about anything. That is human development. What you're going through on this world is human development with no human interaction. Now, there is human interaction, but not as much as many of you feel like you can expand upon. Yeah, this world's almost like anti-Palladian, you can say. Anti-Assyrians, anti-Arthurian, anti every alien nation that's around here. And there's many more beings here, of course. But that's yes, the world's very suffocating. That was yes, it's designed, but you are going to a new Earth energy. Yes, of course. As you reactivate yourselves, the Earth gets reactivated. Of course, it's all by choice. Individual choices are going to change things, of course. So just sending you energies and uplifting vibrations. You realize yes, it was a little bit dense, but information that came through the dragons, but most needed because as you understand more of your world, it all kind of makes sense in the long run. It's very sophisticated what's happening to your planet. It's like human. Yes, you don't always know who you are. It's like a human. It's like vampirism happening on your world on a global scale. And you're here to heal that, where you don't feel like the energy being sucked out of you. Yeah, it's because they have your energy. Now you're here to bring it back. It's a gradual process, of course, and everything will make more sense, of course, as you get more of your self back to you. Because yes, most of you, as you incarnate here, it's like your soul almost gets like cut in half. Your energy levels gets cut in half. As you get older, it gets lower and lower. You get more and more and more dense. When you're born, it's like, all right, I'm crazy. Everybody, how's it going? But when you get older, all of that kind of dies out. Not with everyone, though. Some beings just have a way of deactivating all of this. Of course, that's not easy either. So, blessings to you.